All right, guys, grand finale. I know on the last video there, part one, I got almost to here, but if you just swoosh on the final step, this is what you'll get. All right, so I decided to get a brand new piece of paper, and here we go. So this is a factor special. So this is a difference of two squares, so I know that turns into x minus 3 and x plus 3. If I look at this, I should ask myself, hey, is there something I can factor out right away? And the answer is no. So we got to treat this like a not a 1. 3 times 3 is 9. Two factors of 9 that add up to 10 are just 9 and 1. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3x squared plus 9x plus 1x plus 3. Insert thy parentheses. Take out or factor out as much as you can. Left with x plus 3. See, I can't take anything out here, but you have to take something out. So you take a 1 out, x plus 3. And so this is from my top. This is my bottom. So I'm going to go, here's my common match. So that's x plus 3. What's left? 3x plus 1. I'm going to slide that over. And I'm going to take a look at this before I go over here, because I can see that I can cancel these out right now, so why wouldn't we? So that equals x minus 3 all over 3x plus 1. I told you guys to keep these in parentheses because you're looking for perfect groupings that can cancel, so those little parentheses kind of help your brain. Now we're dividing by a fraction, which means we're going to multiply by this fraction's flip. But I'm going to go ahead and do this and put this up here, because this is the difference of two squares, so I know what to do with that. One's going to be a plus, one's going to be a minus. The square root of 9x squared is 3x. Put that first. The square root of 1 is just 1. And I can see that these are going to cancel, but we'll get to that later. Now we got to tackle this monster. But there's a little something going on here where you can see you can factor a 3 out of all of this. So I'm going to do that. Makes your life a little bit easier. You don't have to, but I think this is the way Schoology is going to do it. So now I have this trinomial. I'm going to bring that 3 along before I forget. I'm going to put it down here, and now I'm going to forget about it for a bit, and I don't have to worry about not remembering it. So now we got to concentrate on this. So 3 times 1 is 3. Two factors of 3 that add up to negative 4 would be negative 3 and negative 1. There's our double negative situation. Don't panic. When we rewrite this, we got to be a little tricky. 3x squared minus 3x plus, remember we always want a plus in between, negative 1x plus 1. You don't have to do it that way, but I think it's a little helpful trick. And then insert our parentheses, take out as much as you can. Hopefully you're seeing the repetitiveness of this. Plus, now watch this, we're going to force our will on this. We know that this has to match this. So we're just going to do things a little backwards. We're going to put our answer here and then take out what we need to take out in order to end up with this. And that would be a negative 1. If you don't realize why, distribute it through. This times this gives you that. This times this gives you that. So we've done nothing wrong. We see we have a match here. We're going to put those first, take them out. And we have 3x minus 1 is left. And now for the fun part. Look, Hector, 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 Hector. And that's it. So my final answer is going to be x minus 3 in the top and this stuff in the bottom. That's all you can do. But yeah, that's a monster problem. All right, this one's not quite as bad. It looks like it's got more stuff, but it doesn't because the factoring is easier. So look. Difference of two squares. So there's x minus 2, x plus 2. This x plus 3, I would just recommend putting some parentheses around it so your brain can group it. Divided by means flip it and multiply. So there's x minus 3, and that x plus 2 goes in the bottom. I'm just going to keep going this way. Times, there's another difference of two squares. So x minus 3, x plus 3. And there's an x minus 2 still on the bottom. Here comes the fun part. X plus 2 gone. There's an x plus 3, so I'll go ahead and take it out with that. And then this x minus 2 cancels with that one way over there. So what are you left with? This times this, which is just x minus 3 times x minus 3, which I'm thinking you could just write it like that. Either way. Last one. You did it. Hang tough. Nothing to factor, nothing to factor. So I'm just going to bring it over here. Times, so we don't have to flip anything. Now I'm gonna concentrate on this. That's a gotta 1. I can see that 1 right there. So I go right to the parentheses. T squared means this is t and this is t. If this is a negative 1, I see that this is a negative 2. So negative 2, what are two factors of negative 2 that add up to negative 1? Well, it would be negative 2 and 1. So it's going to be minus 2 and positive 1. I'm going to do the same thing here. Well, I can just go right to it. Here's a 1 here. What are my two factors of negative 2 that add up to a positive 1? Well, that'd be a positive 2 and a negative 1. So that'd be t plus 2, t minus 1. Hard part's over. Now we're going to get the rewards. Go on a hack fest. These are not the same, and they're not exact opposites. So that would be our final answer right there. That does it, you guys. Good luck.